academic. He graduated in science and education. He went to the United States on an exchange scholarship and worked at San Diego and Indiana universities. He's written 20 books and over 120 research and professional articles. He was the Pro Vice-Chancellor and founder of the Griffith University Gold Coast and completed his career as a full Professor of Mathematics in Illinois University. I'd have to tell you that was really hard to condense down an enormous list of achievements that Graham has. Graham the Rotarian, he has held so many positions in Rotary in both countries, Australia and America, and was president of his club Southport, assistant governor for 3 years, and now our district governor. Now we have Graham the Man. Graham the Man is a devoted husband to Marion. He's a wonderful role model to their 2 sons and 2 grandsons who love to keep him active in the school holidays. He's always out playing something or down the beach or what with his grandson. This is a mild statement from what I've learned. He is passionate, if not a fanatic, about cricket and tennis, and I think golf comes in third. Sav and I drive a lot on our Rotary commitments with Graham and Marion, and he is also fun and very stimulating to be with, and he is a wonderful mentor to me. And I am very proud to be following in his footsteps. Please welcome Graham.
I'm not quite sure what I say after that, but let me do just a few introductions. District Governor-elect Sandy and Sam, Assistant Governor Neil, and President Sue, and all of our young exchange people, Leah, Ali and Dominic there with his netbook going, and Rotary friends at Hope Island. No, I don't think I'm nervous at all coming here. I think this must be the 3rd time I've been at Hope Island, and this is just an exciting, vibrant club to be in. I have to give it to you. This is an act to follow. Last night, or early this morning, we got a 4 a.m. phone call from the US from the district governor in our GSE elect area in Wisconsin and Minnesota. Marion fielded most of that, but you can imagine it did something to the night's sleep. So to walk in here, and first of all, the red carpet, then the placemats, then the front pieces that does all sorts of things with the logo, I have to give you an absolute 10 for the wow factor. And the sad thing is, of course, that I'm going to have to work up something special for Sandy when she comes to Southport next year, and that's going to take some creative thinking. But let me move on from that area and talk about the inspiration and challenge of Rotary. And I'm going to start with a story. Elizabeth, a single mum, spent most of her life carrying water from a small river to her home in the Nakuru region of Kenya. It was a 6-kilometre trek, round trip. And because she had a very large family, Elizabeth needed to provide about 200 litres a day, and she could only carry about 20 litres on each trip. Now, it's a mathematics lesson as well, so keep awake. So you will have worked out that 200 litres a day, 20 litres on each trip, that meant she had to make 10 trips, and each trip took her 1 hour. That's 10 hours of back-breaking labour, not to mention the 60-kilometre marathon that she had to go through. And yet the tragedy of it is that the water was neither safe nor clean. Elizabeth's children were always sick, they missed school, and they just weren't going anywhere. It was a self-perpetuating cycle of poverty and ill health. However, enter the scene the Rotary Club of Nakaroo. This club provided money and materials to build storage tanks to catch the plentiful supply of rain in Kenya. Secondly, they planted trees to preserve the environment, and most of all, they started a micro bank to help each of the families manage their finances. Now, Elizabeth, suddenly relieved of the work that she had to do of carrying water, the drudgery of carrying water every day, actually borrowed 1,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, keep the mathematics going. That's about $12 Australian or US from the microbank. First of all, she bought some chickens, and it wasn't very long before she was selling eggs and poultry. From the profits on that, she bought 2 goats. And I better catch up. Yes, there's Elizabeth. Pretty soon from that, she was able to buy 2 goats, of course, of the right gender, and they were very prolific. And as a result of that, she was able to sell milk and meat. Then she expanded her business even further. She moved into the production of cabbages. She bought the seedling cabbages, and when they matured, she sold them. And after about a year and a half, she was actually planting and selling 3 crops of cabbages a year. Her income was about 30,000 Kenyan shillings. $360 for those of you who've worked it out. And as she said, my children are no longer sick, they go to a better school. Rotary has made a whole new life for us. And as I look at the marvellous end to that story, you wish that might be happening in other parts of Africa as well. But it's a story that absolutely captures what Rotary International President Kalyan Banerjee is on about when he says, reach within to embrace humanity. And I'm going to get Marion up into the act. There it is, to explain a little bit about how the theme logo for Reach Within to Embrace Humanity works. And she's using the 3rd version, which was kindly constructed in a day, I might add, by Assistant Governor Neil Thurlow. Now, it needs the 2 of us to do this.
You can see the logo up on the screen there. It started with the heart. And that's the reaching within part of it. We have to have in our hearts what we want for the rest of the world. And then the embracing humanity comes with all the colours of humanity, with Rotary in the centre. And to make it more personal, we have the head. And that's how the logo was developed. Reach within to embrace humanity. Thank you, Neil.
Let me return for just a short moment to the story of Elizabeth. As poignant as that story is, and it was really the work of a single Rotary club in Kenya, probably with a sponsoring club, and wonderful support from the Rotary Foundation in a matching grant. The activity is not that far removed from the great things that Rotary clubs like yours does. And I was just thinking, apart from the wonderful show on Friday night that showcased Rotary to so many people out there, and we were just privileged to be